This podcast is part of the Listen Frederick Podcast Network. To learn more, visit listenfrederick.com.
Hey everybody, it's Beers in the Lot, episode number 60. On this one, we kicked things off talking about the empty net goal that I scored in our Sunday night league game. Then we rolled into some of the highlights from our fantasy draft that we did before the show with our crazy rules for picks. Then we rounded everything off talking about the divisions going back to normal in the NHL and the playoffs. There we go.
Mighty twist from Aaron over there.
The ripping of the cap gets me every time.
Rip the cap, rip.
What kind of rocket ship you have, Aaron?
It's another Miller Lite and polishing these off.
Nice.
What you got, Johnny?
Well, you guys already know. I'm doing the Sober October, not due to like significant health reasons or anything. I'm just resetting a bunch of stuff. I've been doing like way more in terms of, correct eating and exercise the last couple of months. So I figured just before Johnstown, where I'm really going to murder my liver, like get a good clean month in, set everything straight, almost like lulling my liver into a good state of happiness before I just beat it mercilessly. But yeah, doing that. So I got a Michael Bublé, which one's this? Blackberry Bublé. Yeah. It's not bad. It's like seltzer water. That's what it is.
You're going to undo that whole month in one night.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to, like, for those of you WWE fans, the promo Stone Cold did of when he arrives in a dry county, he talks about his liver's all twisted up. That's going to be, that's going to be me the night I'm unleashed. So. What about you, Riggs? What are you drinking this evening?
I'm having the house beer, Snake Dog from Flying Dog. The Rigsby house beer.
Oldie but a goodie. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's always good. And what does Daniel have tonight?
So I have Alpha King, made by Three Floyds. It's a pale ale.
Yeah.
Really
that might be my favorite.
Yeah, it's smooth.
Floyds.
It's not too crazy.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So I was told there was a empty net goal in your game last night.
Yeah.
I was set up.
You knew this was coming, right?
It was bound to happen. One night it did.
I jinxed you in the middle of the day. I agree. Yeah, you're right.
Yes. After a close, hard-fought game, came down to the last minute. The other team decided to pull their goalie. About 50-some seconds left. They couldn't quite get the zone, and my good teammate, good buddy, Mr. Rigsby, had an opportunity to chip the puck down the ice and put it in just the right spot for me to had the whole end of the ice to put it to, but he put it someplace I could get it. So I did.
He looked around and knew, you know what? There's a guy for this job. Here you go, Aaron.
My only goal was to clear the zone.
Accessory to a crime. There's going to be a lengthy investigation into these allegations against Eric as well, being involved in this type of collusion. So we'll release a statement later after the report findings.
The best part was everybody screaming and yelling at Aaron as he's skating down the ice, going to put it in the empty net.
Yep. The rink audio on the live bar is way better than the video footage.
Yeah, you can hear me yelling in the background. Eric and I are fortunate enough we just switched off with each other all night, so it was kind of great for our ice time. It was awesome. So
that must be nice.
Yeah. Sorry, Aaron. Sorry. So I came off with was a minute 15. We kind of in the third period did 45 seconds to a minute. Pretty consistently, about $1.15 I came off. And maybe 10 seconds later, Aaron comes out and then they pull the goalie. And I'm just yelling from the bench, skate hard, Aaron, the net's empty, skate hard. Just yelling at him. But at one point you do hear me just have this massive F-bomb because we couldn't clear the puck for a good 30 seconds. Just nothing was going out somehow, some way.
Yeah, it wasn't clear though when I was watching it on Live Barn. It wasn't clear whether or not you were cursing at our team for not being able to get it out, or just cursing because you couldn't understand why I was trying so hard.
Actually,
that's how it looked.
It was because no one could get the puck out.
You remember what happened last time you tried really hard for an empty netter?
Exactly.
Yeah, Aaron.
It was funny though, because it was all over on our side, on my side, the side I was on. So Eric comes in to help out. The other winger over on the other side, he really wanted to help out over there, and ended up with
just wanted the puck out of the zone. I wanted the puck out of the zone. You guys, and I don't know who was center. You guys were farting around over there, letting them keep it in the zone. So I just came over and got the puck and got it out of the zone.
Perfect little soft dump chip up.
See, the way Aaron makes it sound, it's almost like you two are in cahoots. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I've checked the video multiple times. I couldn't see any hand signaling or pick up audible gestures. I don't know. It's almost like Aaron at one point suggested something to Eric about this. Hey, I feel there's going to be an empty net.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I feel there's going to be an empty net. You know what to do, bro. I feel like Aaron just nudged him on the
bench. Put it in his area.
Yeah, in the vicinity. Aaron will put it.
I think any of you three would have done exactly the same thing to set me up for possibly get an empty net goal, specifically so we could talk about this for memes.
No, I would have dumped it in the corner. Not on my ice.
I would have skated all the way down, and then hopefully you'd be following, and then pass it to you right in front of the net.
Pass it to me.
Get all the way down there, and then slap it back at the other end.
I did debate trying to kick it over to the backhand. You guys said the backhanders count.
Yeah, they count.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but when a goalie's in that,
I think they all count. So, but they didn't. They didn't
count it.
Yeah,
because it didn't end up in the score sheet.
I'm glad.
It's the universe telling you something.
They didn't even change the scoreboard.
Nope. Fun times.
Jonny, since you have the spreadsheet, pick out the interesting things from the draft and start going through them.
Well, I think after our fantasy draft, there were two glaring things that I just chuckled about the whole time. So we had a rule, obviously, Canada, a player playing in the Canadian team, a la old Canadian division of COVID year, which was kind of cool. We should have just renamed that category plays for the Toronto Maple Leafs because everyone took a Leaf.
Yeah.
I took Nylander, which is not weird at all. Riggs took Johnny T. Aaron took Morgan Riley, and Danny picked up Mitchy Mitch. So that was pretty easy. The original six grouping, which player that plays on the original six, no Red Wings at all. I actually think for our entire draft, 0 Red Wings, 0
Correct.
Islanders, which some people could call that disrespectful, but
they're also not original six.
I think,
but yeah.
No, but I'm just saying in general,
In the whole draft.
they weren't. Okay. No one was taken from that.
I'm surprised nobody
team.
picked up Anders Lee as their captain.
No,
There's a few.
I'm not surprised.
There's
Yeah.
about 28 other candidates
It was
I'd
a
rather
joke.
pick.
It was a joke.
Yeah. No Calgary Flames. No Calgary Flames. No Ottawa Senators.
One former Flame, though.
No, there's an
Somebody
Ottawa.
got Giordano, who was recently a Flame.
No, Tim, you got Stutzel.
Oh, that's
you
right. I got Stützle.
Yeah.
I got. Oh yeah, Jimmy. I got Jimmy.
Jimmy Stu.
Yeah. I actually
Jace.
do think. I think that Ottawa team will be better.
Yeah,
I'm not saying playoffs, but I think better.
they'll be fun to watch.
They'll be scrappy.
From a roster standpoint, they're starting to figure it out. But the franchise is still a mess, right? So
Yeah,
Do you think Matt Murray
no.
is going to play out his
No.
contract there?
Uh,
No. I don't know. Doesn't hold his glove at 3:00 anymore, so we'll see. Thanks, Mike Buckley. Appreciate it. See my rant on that.
that was a pretty quick rant.
Yeah. Was there any player in the draft that you were like really excited to get? Anyone?
I was hoping to get Makar, but Daniel sniped him.
I was actually pleasantly surprised that I got Kaprizov again.
He good.
Yeah, maybe Matthews. When I saw that USA come up, I'm like, all right, I got a chance. And then I was first in that round because
Poppy.
of the way the snake order went.
Yeah, you got Poppy things.
Happy.
That's right.
Mhm.
Aaron got Lafreniere.
I got Lafreniere.
I'm
I'm not excited
the
about
total
that.
joke. Actually, didn't you pick him last year for your rookie too?
That was
I think I
me.
did. Or no,
You
did-
did-
No,
All
no.
right.
Did I have I had Kaprizov as my rookie, right?
Yeah, because I actually had Stützle as my rookie.
I probably did have Lafreniere last year. Who knows?
We'd have to go back and look at the tape from last year to see.
You can.
Yep, not going
Teletape.
to do that.
Not
Nope.
gonna do that. You
Nope.
can if you want.
I'll look back. I'll look back. Don't worry.
care.
Yeah.
Look back in the archives, Jonathan.
Oh, don't worry. I will. I will totally look back. We did do our the Michigan goal scoring category. So Hoaglander went to Danny. Aaron had Sidney Crosby, even though someone said that the Quebec Major Junior League does not count as an elite level
Well,
league. I would
I
have.
thought it was
I
a
have
pro
to
league.
disagree with that.
I thought it was juniors, and I thought it
Yeah,
was
we
like,
included
It is.
Absolutely.
NCAA,
Yes.
Major Juniors,
Yeah.
NHL, KHL.
Yeah.
I got Svechnikov. Riggs got Philip Forsberg. Air had Sidney Crosby, like we were saying, Quebec Jr. Danny has Hoaglander.
One of our followers on Twitter was saying that QMJHL wasn't an elite league.
Not an elite.
I have to state a very different opinion on that.
Canadian Junior is very elite.
Most of the kids playing there are going to play pro hockey.
Sir, they already play pro hockey if they're in Canadian Major Juniors.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they get paid.
If the NCAA is like, you can't play for us if you go up there, then you're basically a pro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
agreed.
leave
I mean,
it at
people
that.
go straight from the Q to the NHL, and I mean,
Absolutely.
that's
They go-
elite
they get
I can name like
from all those leagues. Yeah.
tons of players. Marchant and Letang played on the same Quebec Major Junior League. They played Val d'Or together. Fleury
Taylor
played
Hall
Kate.
and that whole Windsor Spitfire team. I mean,
Yeah,
they weren't the Q, but all those,
Yep.
all the
Canadian Hockey League junior
CHL,
teams.
all the
yeah,
CHL
the whole
teams.
CHL.
Yep.
The last couple of years, I would definitely say like the Q and the OHL have had the more, we'll call it NHL ready elite talent, but WHL still turns out a ton of people too. So,
Yeah,
But-
they're good up there.
oh yeah, and the other thing
They're
too
elite
about
to me.
yeah, they're elite. Yeah, the Canadian Hockey League too. They make an effort now more and more to bring over more European kids too. They're attempting to, but also NCAA does a great job of that too. I think like it's not just a Canadian Hockey League thing.
Yeah.
There's quite a few European NHL players that have came from NCAA.
Good stuff. But yeah. So
Yeah.
got those 4 dudes who scored a mission goal. Is there anybody else? Are those the only 4 that were that have done it?
Those are the 4 that come to mind. I'm sure if
Pretty
I
much.
really was gonna dig.
There was a lot of people who had attempts. I was looking at this earlier. There was a
Yeah.
lot of people who attempted it, but
Because Matthews attempted. I know Matthews attempted.
I was on the YouTube and I was trying to there's compilations of the Michigan goal, and
Right.
most of the time when it's done successfully, it's done in it looks like it's done in spring or summer development leagues, or in minor pro European leagues.
Right.
There's obviously there's the couple times in the NCAA, there's a couple times in the American League, and then the NHL ones that we know about, but it's mostly done in low pressure, minimal checking leagues.
Right.
Is what
Right.
it looked like.
yeah, because if you think about it, in the NHL, you're not going to get many chances being back behind the net by yourself to actually pull off that move to get the puck on your stick like that.
Right.
Usually you're being pressured from the defenseman, so
The one
you
I
don't have many chances to do that in the NHL.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The one that I'm sure we've all seen the little clip of is where the one kid, it's obviously like a U16 or somewhere around that age range teams, and the one kid looks like he goes behind the net at the same time his teammate is crisscrossing behind him, and one kid looks like he's doing it and the other grabs the puck, and the other kid's a distraction basically, so he can just put it in the empty on the other side. And you're just not going to have that kind of time, because if the kid had actually tried to do the Michigan goal, then there's a defender right in his face. There's no way he would have been able to do it.
Matthews had one where he looked like he was going to do it, and then he just passed it to Nylander right in front for the fucking slam home. That was nice. I think that was last season.
I would imagine too at the NHL level. I think if there's, people already know that it's a tactic that some are going to try. At some point, though, it hasn't happened yet, but I imagine it's going to happen. There's going to be a defenseman that just does not take kindly to that type of tomfoolery and just levels whoever's trying it, or makes a point at some point to, correct the injustice that's been done, however you want to word it. But it hasn't happened, and I'm kind of because you mentioned it, Danny, you need time behind the net, but it's not just time behind the net. You need space in front where either the goalie is, in the reverse VH or protecting that post and they're leaving the top exposed, however you want to call it. You need a few things to go right, let alone, can you do this under, duress or anything else? So.
Right. Just practicing the move.
I still really want to see a guy get his clock clean just because I think it would be kind of funny.
It would be funny.
Hopefully no injuries, but I would like to see a guy get.
I like when Sid attempted it. He tried it on his backhand.
Yeah.
He
I'm all about that.
Backhand. Weird, right?
That's dope.
Isn't that how Forsberg did his?
I think Forsberg did it where he had it roll up on his stick.
Oh, he did that little
instead of doing.
He did almost like the lax scoop.
Instead of the scoopy thing, he did the toe, he flipped it up on the toe and took it in.
Yeah.
He was gonna, he took a spatula and picked up a pancake or something.
Like a burger.
To put on a
flipping burgers.
What were some of the other good ones, though? Other good rounds?
None, because it took you guys 1 billion hours to.
Because we got the draft rules
today,
Friday,
an hour ago.
No, I got them in grainy.
I sent it out Friday, dog.
120p format.
Yeah, you might as well have sent video of fucking Bigfoot. That's what it looked like.
Yep.
It's impossible to tell what was on that shit.
The original moon landing, right?
It looked like he had bacon grease smeared over the camera.
Oh my god!
It was like in my cousin Vinny, the guy with the messed up screen.
It's like I'm the Dunkin' Donuts guy with the cracked screen.
So,
I got the free coffee. Free coffee.
No one could do their proper 15 minutes of research before we got online tonight to do the stupid draft.
Briggs was super into fantasy hockey. Just so everybody knows, he loves this stuff.
Man,
for drafts.
I'm telling you, I used to love fantasy football, fantasy hockey. I did baseball a couple times, and I don't know how many years ago it's been, but I cannot stand it anymore.
Do you think you were just burnt out from doing everything, or
I would do like 3 football leagues and hockey.
Oh my god!
And didn't you do NASCAR?
And I would do NASCAR sometimes.
Yeah, man. Robin's racing.
But NASCAR was in the summer, so that wasn't too big of a deal.
And NASCAR is easy because it's 3 or 4 drivers.
It depends on the format.
Well,
so some of them it's like you have like a pool of drivers, but you can only use them so many times, or like whatever. Like there's all kinds of different ways to do that. So, but it was always in the summer, so whatever. But football and hockey season's always the same time, so it was too much. Stupid. And then the drafts take forever.
They take a while.
Oh,
it took us nearly an hour.
Yeah.
It's too long.
Such a waste of time, man.
I like doing fantasy.
I like it.
I like it. Such a dork. Like, oh, you guys are just pooping on my fun.
It's almost a foregone conclusion that you're going to win because you're going to change your lineup. I don't know about Daniel and Eric,
he's
but
gonna make
I'm not
trades
going to do
every
that.
day.
I don't make trades.
I think I made 4 moves last season total.
I'm not even sure I did set my lineup last season.
I think you said it.
Let it go.
I think you said it week 4.
That's what it was. It's 4 weeks in.
Yeah.
I set my lineup.
Aaron auto fried it, set it, forget it, like Danny said. After the first 4 weeks, he's did, and then he's like, "All right, we're good."
That actually won me a fantasy a year or 2 ago. I just drafted dudes and then ignored
just let
it.
them go.
And I just happened to be dead on.
I always try to just get players A, I like, and B, I don't know. It just improves my level of hockey and stat watching and consuming when I know I have a fantasy team, because I try to track certain things more.
I try to get players who aren't teams that I kind of want to pay attention to. And sometimes I'm like, I'll get somebody where maybe I don't watch enough of, and I'll try to follow them. Try to follow the teams.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And like you said, John, I mean, that's how I was when I first started doing fantasy, whenever it was, way back when. Like, I wanted to, it definitely helped me like learn more and just soak up more info about who's playing and all that, and be more familiar with the league. So it definitely was. It was that for me at one point.
I'll never be Ace Rothstein, but knowing guys' girlfriends and all that stuff, if they had a kid, if they're sleeping well like he did, but still like it. I know I'm a nerd. Oh well,
turning into Pierre.
No, I'm not. Even though I was about to go on like a OHL Quebec Major 2, I'm like, these guys played here, there. Can you imagine if Pierre did like one of our games. And there goes Eric. He yells at people all the time for no reason. It started when he was 13 playing youth hockey.
And then he really developed his yelling skills when he played for UMBC.
Yeah, exactly.
No, man.
Can you imagine that?
Oh, I didn't. No, man. I was quiet. I didn't start yelling until I got to beer league.
I know the first year we played together, you yelled.
Yeah, because
I have
was like,
never known Eric to not yell.
because I was like, what in the fuck are these people doing?
Yeah.
2001. When I first started playing hockey, I got yelled at all the time. It was always that guy wearing number 10. It was always him.
I've never worn 10, sir.
Yeah, he's not 10.
I've never
He's
worn
18s.
10. Yeah.
18.
Oh,
That's it. All right.
I always
18.
wear multiples of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Shows how much I was paying attention to you.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If you wouldn't have to rely on ENGs.
Hey, they're not on my score
Shots
sheet.
fired.
Not on my score sheet. I
Shots fired.
They don't count.
He said with an assist on that ENG.
Oh, yeah,
that wasn't my intent.
Investigation pending.
I had to come over there because you two dummies couldn't clear the zone. I don't know why.
What else is going on? There's preseason going on.
Yeah, but are you watching preseason, Aaron?
No, I don't watch regular season.
This guy.
You want to do conference, like quick idea about conference final picks and then Stanley Cup winners? Okay.
No.
I'm just throwing out ideas here.
I don't even remember who's in what division.
Oh yeah, because it's regular again.
It's regular again.
Actually, does that kind of grind you guys like a little bit? Like, did you like the divisions from last year?
I kind of did.
Or was it easier?
I don't.
I
care.
didn't like.
Right. I don't care.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. But...
With fans in the stands, it didn't matter much. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters anyway. It's the NHL. Like,
but we've talked about it before too. The divisions shouldn't matter. They should just seed everybody 1 through 16 at the end of the season. They have to have division winners and conference winners. Like they have to have it mean something or whatever, so that they can. Like they have conferences and divisions, so they do all the rivalry stuff. But a lot of that's to cut down on travel for the players.
That's all it is, man.
Make some more money.
It's just a travel thing.
That's what that is. But if you really want the best hockey, then you take the end of the season results and you take the top 16 teams and seed them 1 through 16, and that's who goes. Because it doesn't matter. Like you get to the first round and you got just as good a chance to win as anybody else, really. The seeds basically don't matter.
Well, yeah, you just get into the dance and then see what you can do. I mean, Montreal, say whatever you want about the divisions. Montreal proved that last year.
Right.
And then if you look at the LA Kings, their first cup run they were the 8th seed. And actually, if they would have been seeded 1 through 16, they were 16.
Right.
So
there's no such thing as a Cinderella story in the NHL playoffs. If you're winning games in a 7-game series, then you're the better team. Like that's just how it goes. You don't mistakenly win a 7-game series.
Wait a second. What you're saying? Oh God, we're gonna rehash this argument.
No. We're not.
You're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. We're not going.
Oh my God, you are.
You just fucking went there.
We're not going there.
You went there. I'm not gonna go there, but you went there. You drove by and looked at the mailbox.
Let me clarify what I said then, okay?
You drove by and looked in the mailbox.
In a 7-game series, the better team always wins. Right?
You're missing a couple words in that statement. But
yeah.
The team that is playing better wins. Because that series...
Yeah, I agree.
That series is like... It's like a self-contained thing, right? So
sure, yeah.
That's why 8s beat 1s, because they're playing better at the time. but then they go to the next round and it's like you're starting all over again, right?
Right, yeah, you have to play better against a brand new team.
So now you got to play, right, now we have to play better than this team. And then the next round, and that's it's so hard. Because you have to continue to adjust and figure out how to beat the next, how to win that next game, and then how to beat that next team in that next round. So that,
right,
that's
exactly.
And that's what makes it the hardest trophy to win.
Right. And that's where coaching really does come into play. Like, it is no accident that Barry Trotz has a tremendous success against the Penguins. Like, he knows how to beat that team, and his coaching translates into the play on the ice, and that's how they win series. And it's not just the players, it's not just the coaching, of course. Got to have good tools in your repertoire if you're the coach, but it takes the whole effort from top to bottom. And just having good players does not mean that you're gonna win in a 7-game series. But yes, the team that is playing better wins the series. They play better and they win. Anyway.
Correct.
I think
now that we tiptoed around that, what do we do?
This is like the first time like Reagan and Gorbachev got together and like figured out that we weren't gonna fucking annihilate each other.
I'll say it this way, but not that way.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it for this one. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We appreciate you, as always. Be sure to check us out on Discord at beersandlot.com/Discord. Check us out on Patreon, beersandlot.com/Patreon. And we're on all the social medias at Beers in the Lot. We'll catch you next week. Thanks.